What are some good first date questions to get to know someone? What's the largest mammal you think you could knock out with a single punch? In an emergency, how many third graders could you fight off? Beyond maybe a dozen, numbers don't really matter because they just get in each other's way. The critical factor is keeping your legs free. If they clump up holding onto your legs, they restrict you movement enough that others can knock you over. After that, you are done for. Also be aware that the longer the fight goes on, the more inevitable it becomes that one kid will get the idea to give you a wedgie, which will immediately be seized as the primary battle tactic by all the other kids from that point on. It won't allow them to win, but it is really distracting and painful. What are some things our parents don't know about you? I knew this would be a shit show when I didn't see the serious tag lol. The irony of all these hilarious answers is that you could probably use literally any of these questions on a first date and they'd most likely laugh, which by nature makes them good questions to ask even though they're intended to be bad ones. In this thread, joke answers are meta AF. Will you marry me? Edit, classic schmosby. Yes. Wow, that was easy. I've got to try this. You can try it on me. Will you marry me /you/not, yet, insane? Why are you gay using Ugandan accent? Who says I'm gay? You are gay. Have you ever had a dream that you had to, you could, you do, you wit, you wah, you could do so, you do, you could, you wanted them to do you so much you could do anything? I read this shit like 4 times in a row and each time was more magical than the last. On our first date, my husband and I did a thing where one of us would choose a year, then we'd both say what we were doing in that year of our lives. It was a great way to get to know each other. I literally don't remember what I was doing this morning. Yeah, while this does sound like a great idea, I already forgot what I ate for dinner an hour ago. I don't think I would do so well with this one. Jesus Christ. How old are you? Well, that's not good, I don't effing remember anything. But glad it worked for you. What were y'all doing in 2006, Jessica? Okay. That's enough, LF this game, wait. It was Karen. In 06, that's when she got the tattoo, my sister? If their name is an uncommon one, make sure you ask what's the correct pronunciation. Literally the first thing I said to my husband on our first date was hello, followed by a butchered attempt to say his name. He replied, "What did you just call me?" And up until that moment, I had never before felt the urge to jump into the nearby creek in mid-February. Lamau, what's his name though? Bob. Pronounced Chaka. Pronounced Bob. Which vegetable offends you the most? Kumquats. That's a fruit. Next. It's for a church, honey. Next. I can never see the word next without thinking of that meme. Stephen Hawking. Favorite dinosaur? Triceratops. Specifically blue ones. Growing up sucks. People aren't nearly as eager to know what my favorite dinosaur is. It's a Gorgosaurus. You don't care. I have Googled Gorgosaurus and wish to subscribe to your newsletter. It's basically just a slightly smaller T-Rex if anyone's wondering. Ankylosaurus, best dino ever. Which side were you rooting for in World War II? Dating a 90-year-old? Silver chaser. Wish granted. Went on a first date and I don't know how the conversation got there, but she ended up saying, I think Hitler was a pretty smart guy. I was like, okay? Edit, not arguing for or against, I was just trying to say that the statement came out of nowhere and caught me off guard. Maybe that was her intention, lol. I mean, he probably was smart, but smart people can be evil. It's like Hitler was an idiot, it's even scarier that he was evil and able to rule a nation. Do you have any outstanding warrants? Lol, a bounty hunter that catches bail jumpers with Tinder. Well, either I get the bounty or the booty, either way I win. You can get booty with the bounty, and sometimes booty is the bounty. And if you're lucky, the booty is bountiful. OkCupid had a really cool blog about statistics from their huge user base. The 3 questions they found were best predictors for compatibility. 1. Do you like scary movies? 2. Have you ever traveled alone in another country? 3. Wouldn't it be fun to chuck it all and live on a sailboat? If you agree on those 3, you're likeliest to succeed. Edit, because a lot of people are missing this and it's bumming them out, let me say again agreeing on these questions correlates with success. Your answers yes or no do not matter, how well they match your partner's answers does. Also, yes, it is just a correlation, not a hard guarantee. There are millions of happy couples that disagree on all 3. Some other fun bits from that article: if you want to know if your date is religious, ask how they feel about spelling mistakes. Higher tolerance of spelling mistakes correlates strongly with being religious. If you want to know if your date is DTF, ask her if she likes beer. There is a strong correlation between the 2. This sounds interesting. Can you please share the link to the article? https://theblog.okcupid.com/the best questions for a first date Deba 6/9 df2. Apparently casual Buddhists are much better at writing than the rest of us. That was definitely interesting. Also that serious atheists are the only serious group that scores highest in their own belief group. Agnostics as well, which makes 2 that go from most to least serious. And for some reason, the only 2 that go from least to most serious are Muslim and Hindu. Whoa, that article is hella fascinating. Thanks for sharing. Apparently this guy is DTF. Instead of county, did you mean country? Does my intolerance of this spelling mistake make me irreligious? Who cares? Do you like beer? What's the correlation? If she likes beer, she'll be DTF? Can confirm. Wife doesn't like beer. No. Yes. Yes. Now to sit back and wait for a DM from my soulmate. What was your first pet's name? What was your second grade teacher's name? What was the make and model of your first car? What is the name of the road you grew up on? What city were you born in? Then read all their emails and DMs. Good way to get to know someone. If you had to choose any 8 characters, numerical, uppercase, lowercase, and special included, what would they be? Hunter 2. Weird, you would choose 7 asterisks? What? He said. What asterisks? What are some good first date questions to get to know someone? Hypothetically speaking, if you were on a first date with someone and it was going really well, would you want that person to bring up that they are down to eat ass, or would you rather wait till you ask them? Ask them who their favorite Muppet is. If they choose anyone other than Gonzo, explain why they are wrong and then leave. Nah man. Animal for life. Then the rest of Electric Mayhem. The Swedish chef should really be a part of this conversation. Bork bork bork. False, Ralph, Dr. Teeth, Gonzo, Statler, and Waldorf, Janice. Time to get the F away from you for not choosing Beaker. Worst answer, I hate the Muppets. Second worst answer, who/what is a Muppet? 50-50 answer, Kermit/Miss Piggy/Fozzie, unless they can explain their reasoning and they demonstrate actual knowledge of the other Muppets. Best answer, anyone else, because variety is the spice of life. ETA, on thinking more about it further, my initial comment was pre-coffee so my brain wasn't fully engaged. I'd much prefer the answers of I don't have a favorite/didn't watch them growing up/don't like the Muppets/Fozzie because his jokes made my dad laugh waka waka waka. Then pretend they have a favorite and just pick one of the better known ones. Especially when we're talking about my compatibility with a fictional person on a fictional first date. In the real world, my criteria would probably be, does the answer lead to an uncomfortable silence or does it lead to an engaging conversation, e.g., they never saw the Muppets as a kid but are keen to know more, or they start enthusing about a show with characters they did love, or we start singing moving right along together. Kermit the Frog is a leader whom I admire. Inspires the best in his people, always keeps his head in a crisis. He's a kind and gracious character. I loved Kermit growing up. I could never understand why he was so into Piggy. She was so manipulative and self-centered. The Swedish chef is still awesome. Lots of hypothetical situation questions. I find they help you understand how they think and prioritize their lives. Egg. If you could travel anywhere in the world for W month, all expenses paid, where would you go? What would you do? Stuff like this is more fun too, even with just getting to know friends. If you could unpillage and unrape a place ravaged by Genghis Khan, which area and why? Not something Genghis Khan did, but one of his grandsons sacked and burned Baghdad in the 1200s, and the loss of that library was nearly as bad as Alexandria. I've heard that the sacking of Baghdad was likely more significant in terms of knowledge lost. Most scripts from Alexandria are believed copied, and some of the information there was shipping related. I hate this question lol. My favorite vacation spot in the world is relaxing at home like the lame piece of shit I am. I feel like I know you better already. That also says something positive to the right person though. Sadly, in my experience, the people whose favorite activities are relaxing at home don't tend to meet like-minded people too often. That's because we're all on Reddit at home. Edit, laugh out loud. Maybe I should clarify I'm already married, but all you homebody introverts slip into each other's DMs. Find your perfect couch potato. Fun, open-ended questions that lets them talk about them a bit. Stuff like, what are your political leanings? Are you religious? What is your stance on the Armenian genocide? The what? Exactly. No, I don't remember anything happening in Tiananmen Square. Why don't you put away your phone? Ugh. I've been off the market for 20 years. That situation must be unbearable. Just recently back on the market after 12 years, and I'll say this, if they can't keep their phone down, they're not into you anyway. Move on. I'm quite addicted to my phone. So I don't bring it with me on dates. Same with me and heroin. Does this look infected? Insert some 41. Your parents are about to be executed. You are given a chance to save only one of them. Which one do you choose? Bonus points if you follow up with what's your favorite ice cream flavor? Considering I only have one living, this is an easy choice. Now one of my most liked things of all time is about my deceased dad. Nice. Not sure if you want to kill your parent or save them. Sometimes both is the only humane option. What unresolved childhood trauma will emerge through maladaptive behaviors as we spend more time together? Girls love when I ask this. Then again, I'm a therapist. No, you don't ask that on the first date. You let that shine through naturally during the relationship and get to enjoy the surprise like the rest of us. It's like a glittery bath bomb with the prizes inside, but instead of lavender scents, moisturizing oils and some cheap crystals, you get to watch someone slowly fall apart from the crippling dread and surreal imminence of reliving a toxic codependent relationship with their mother. But only it's with you, you beautiful idiot. I see you have dated my exes. Please stop attacking me personally like this. That's for me to know and for you to spend years in therapy trying to sort through after the divorce is finalized. I tried to do that once, clear the air straight away. But the guy threw up his hands and stopped me, saying, I had enough of my own childhood shit, I don't need the emotional burden of carrying yours as well. Okay, I guess I can respect that. Needless to say, however, it didn't work out. Because communication. There are some things better left for the second date. First date is usually good for first impressions. Do you like what you see? Do you enjoy the company? Do you like the good things enough to consider continuing to learn all the bad as well? Then again, it is also about expectations. Is the date for a casual hookup? Is this a date to expand social circles? Are they looking for a long-term partner with hopes of marriage, kids, and the occasional burying of dead bodies? If the latter, clearing the air about expectations, what they can expect from you, what you're hoping to expect from them, is good. Unfortunately, from that response, maybe they were looking for something less serious. Mad respect for you to put that out like that, but respectfully, he could have phrased it better. I don't know if it's good for a date, but it's fun to ask strangers, what's your favorite compliment? It gives you a lot of information and I think it starts a conversation pretty easily. As in they use to compliment others? Or that they get themselves? How many walkers have you killed? How many people have you killed? Why? I like your dress, does it have pockets? Can anyone give an answer on how to get a first date? Let's not put the cart before the horse. Be attractive. Ask out a single someone who finds you attractive. Be attractive. Got it? Quick follow-up. Can anyone give some advice on how to be attractive? Don't be unattractive. Good advice. No, really. Put effort into looking as nice as possible. Even if you aren't attractive, don't be unattractive. Clean shaven, hair done, ect. Edit, beards can be pulled off. Just don't be somewhere between a beard and clean shaven. Edit 2, alright, just do whatever looks best for your individual face, but look like you put effort into it. I'll keep adding edits as long as people keep picking my advice apart. How do I know if I am attractive or unattractive? Post on r/roast me and see if you make it to the top. I would give you an award, but unfortunately I'm too poor for that edit. Thank you, kind soul, for the platinum. Blessed am I to bestow an award with my newfound riches upon the you/engineering piece. You could always pay him in exposure. Oh no sir, this is a playground. Drink fight milk. Isn't that the drink for bodyguards by bodyguards? Yep. No nerds, mind. Attractiveness requires gravitational/electric/magnetic field. Gravitational field pros, you only have to exist. Cons, is very weak. Electric field pros, is relatively strong. Cons, the other person must have the charge attribute. Maybe repulsive. Magnetic field pros, can be equally as strong as electric field. Cons, the other person must be paramagnetic or diamagnetic. Can be repulsive. If you were a Miss Bot you would have my attention. We might bond. Sure. Let's say you're at a 3/10. Edit, clean up your act. That's step 1. Shower, laundry, floss, brush, every day. Find a skin care regimen and follow it. Edit 2, get some therapy. It's like an oil change, it's basic maintenance unless you keep putting it off. Update your wardrobe. It's easy to be the best dressed guy in the room. I've heard several women say they hate it when the guy doesn't put an effort on dates and they mean the clothes. This'll add +1 to your appearance, so now you're a 4/10. Update your hair. Get some fresh looks from your barber. If it's been a few years with the same do, give them free rein on your dome. If your eyebrows look like a blackberry patch, get them threaded. Another +1, now you're at an average 5/10. Get new glasses. Are you still rocking the gold frames from 1999? Go see an eye doctor. Might be up to 6/10 now if the beholder likes glasses. That's alright. That's the easiest stuff. You could do all of that in a day if you were feeling ambitious and had some cash. R/malafashion advice and r/malahair advice will get you the info you want. While you're at it, make sure that your digs look groovy. R/mala living space can get you in touch with your interior decorator, and there are tips for anything from a rented studio apartment to a complete house. Now, the hard parts are lifestyle upgrades. They're attractive because they show that you are putting effort into yourself. Edit, these are examples, sub in some things that you would enjoy doing. Don't do things just to meet dates, do things for the sake of the thing. Learn to play an instrument. Anyone can learn at least one, but it'll take a couple of years to get good. So, get good. Adds A+1. If you want to join a choir, I can put you in touch with Deke Sharon and he'll find you one locally. I'm not making that up. Read some autobiographies. This will loan you different perspectives. Take some courses. Do this anyway, it's a baseline so no extra points. Learn a little dancing. Salsa or swing dancing are both good choices, and it'll get you out and touching strangers. Comfortable with your body is +1. Get into, stay in shape. Eat better, move more. Drink water. Keep at it for the rest of your life. Join a running group or a gym. Take different classes at the gym, try them all out. The YMCA is excellent. This'll give you another +1. So there you have it, how to go from a 3/10 to a solid 8/10. Damn, imagine being a 10/10 and doing all that brings you to a 15/10. Get all the pussy in the world. Nobody is a 10 if they're not already doing most of these things. God damn it, I came onto Reddit to avoid real life, not be constantly reminded of it. Do you use Reddit? If they say no, you can safely say something like "oh, okay," and change the subject. But if they say yes, then you need to get up and walk away. Edit: my new top Reddit comment is basically a repost of my own comment on essentially the same question. Why do you need to ask? Can't you just see they're a fat, greasy social outcast without any social skills or redeeming qualities? What a bunch of losers, those Redditors. They'll never have a social life. A what life now? If you liked the video, hit that subscribe button for more content. I post every day and I'll see you next time with more stories.